They're adult jellies.
Those shoes are adorable.
And they're ridiculously comfortable.
Where are they from?
They're Melissa. And they're Kush. They're the first time taking them out in the town.
Wait, I'm kind of laughing because do you remember jellies?
Would hurt
growing
so
up?
much. So many
and I got
blisters.
so many blisters, and my feet were so sweaty. Pretty sure they were smelly as hell, but we wore those jellies.
I hope these don't get stinky.
Like a boss.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Candice.
And welcome to Don't Start.
And as we like to say, don't start.
Candice, save it for the show.
Exactly. So let's get to it.
I bought these jorts.
What the hell are jorts?
You kidding me?
You mean like a skirt?
Jorts.
Oh, God, I don't know.
They're jean shorts. Hello?
I'm doing our timer.
Turkey timer. Turkey's done. I literally just quoted us too.
I know.
To us.
Wait, jean shorts?
So basically, I'm like
jorts?
I'm literally in the 80s right now. I have jorts on and jellies. Jorts and jellies.
I don't even know that.
It's going to be my book.
Jorts and jellies.
So jorts are jean shorts, but Chad was making fun of me. I got these ones because they're longer. They're longer jorts. Traditionally, like all American, like jean shorts, like
Yes.
Jessica Simpson, like tied, like you remember Daisy Dukes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so Dukes of Hazzard is what I was
can
thinking
get
of.
on board with that. Yes, I know what that
But
is.
these are longer ones because I got them for when we bike ride to the beach that I don't chafe. Not to be a woman with...
No, chafing scares the shit out of
with-
me.
with
I have baby diaper cream on
juicy
since I'm like
thighs.
13 years old.
Juicy thighs.
My thighs, my sister and I said this yesterday. It was hot out and she goes, whenever our thighs never touched, and we're not like super skinny, but we're not overweight people. We're like normal people. I said, my thighs have always touched.
I think mine have as well. I think since I was
even when I was born.
Yeah. I was like, I honestly feel like me as a child, I was like those little things you throw in the water and then they just grow. Like I honestly have always had this physique and now I just have grown up into it.
No, I get that.
I guess
get
it makes
that.
sense. Isn't that what humans do?
I mean,
but
that's
you know
lovely.
how? Yeah, but I look like my physique is always the same.
It's the same. That's God bless you. Mine was never the same. I was like, what is happening to my body all the time?
Yeah.
I had boobs, then I didn't. Then I was like super chubby at one point. Then I was super skinny.
How boobs change is pretty wild.
Oh God, yeah.
Right? How you
From your period?
Not even just
in the monthly cycle.
You said the other day that who said was it you that you can gain up to 10 pounds?
Yeah, I was reading this thing. You can gain up to 10 pounds during your menstrual cycle.
That's a
month.
lot of pounds.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm a 5-pounder when my period is coming. Are you not a 5-pound? Should I seek help? I mean, I've had so many fertility helps things that I was like, I feel like I should know that what my body's doing at this point, and like I know my period's coming because I'm getting swollen.
Oh, I
can't
didn't
get my
tell
rings
you.
on.
I wanted to tell you this last time about knowing when your period's coming.
Yes.
I was in the car and Spice Girls came on and they made me so happy I cried.
Oh yeah, your period's coming. Something's coming.
I was just like, if we want to be my love. It wasn't even that one. I don't even know.
No, it definitely wasn't that one. You're not crying to that one.
Well, honestly, what are your feelings about going to see the Backstreet Boys at the Sphere?
So that's really funny. My cousin and my cousin's wife.
Everybody's going.
We were all together.
And is it a theme that you have to wear all white? Because everybody's in white.
Oh, no. I would never wear all white. I didn't even wear all white on my wedding day. I was off white. I don't believe in all white anything. I can't. I can't
very
handle that
funny.
shit. No, I'm not
I
wearing
wore a white suit to my first WrestleMania.
Yeah, but you look good in white. I'm not wearing white.
But I made that choice. And then I went to catering. And I just remember I was like,
Don't touch me.
please stay away. Yeah. Please stay away.
Yeah, exactly. Don't touch me. I would never wear all white. Also, just, it's white. Ugh. But that being said.
Okay, didn't know you felt that
Yeah,
strong
I
about
can't
the
with
color
white.
white.
No, I can't. And then people don't wear undergarments. It goes south. It gets trashy. I'm done. But my cousin and my cousin's wife, Adrienne,
You
said
just
to me.
went through that's a funny monologue about people in white.
I can't. I hate it.
Wearing white. And
don't like
honestly,
it.
you assume people aren't wearing underwear because you can't really
100%
wear
they're
underwear.
not. Or they're like lazy and they didn't buy the nude and then they put black underneath. And
well,
I'm like,
I'm
trash.
in an off-white top and I literally...
Do you look trashy? You don't look trashy today.
No, I put a nude
Oh,
bra
you did
on,
nice.
But it
You
is,
did nice.
I try to... What did you think? Braless for work.
No, but so Adrienne said to me and my cousin Jamie, they were like,
Yeah.
listen, what are you doing November 8th, I think it is? And I said, why? They're like, we're going to Vegas to see the New Kids on the Block.
Oh, that's different. I feel a little closer to that.
You feel a little closer
Because
to
I've
that.
seen them before.
Okay, so I feel a little closer to that. What were you just talking about? NSYNC? Oh, Backstreet Boys.
I love NSYNC, but
See,
Backstreet Boys I was not there with as
my
much.
best friend growing up, Gina, who we are still super close today, was
feel
so
like we've heard
obsessed
about
with the
Gina
We've heard about
before.
Gina. We have kids that are the same age.
Shout out to Gina.
Gina, we love you. She would literally lay down her firstborn for Backstreet Boys growing up. She would be like, she was obsessed.
That's a very dark statement.
It is. She loves them. I don't know how I feel about traveling to Vegas, but then again, I
love
said to
Kelly
Adrian,
Clarkson. I would go see Kelly Clarkson right now on her tour.
Never seen her live.
Can I ask you what your opinion is? We're talking pop culture right now. I was
I know,
very
this
focused
is so
on it.
poppy right now.
Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah,
Are you talking about pop music or pop culture?
I mean, whatever.
Both
It's
in
the
one.
same shit.
Pop. Dirty pop.
Yeah.
There's my singing for the episode. Kelly Clarkson has a residency right now in Vegas. And
How is she doing that with her talk show?
Oh, please. She's
Lord.
90 minutes before her show or something. She
Yeah.
canceled.
Oh, really?
What are your thoughts?
Here's the thing. She's got 2 kids. She's got a family. She's got a talk show. She has her health to worry about. What was the reason? If it's like plain
She wanted
delayed,
everybody to get the best show. I think vocally she wasn't
so maybe she
feeling
was
as
a vocal
great.
mess, right? Something was going on. Maybe she didn't feel well. 90 minutes seems really close.
How many people are going to see a show in Vegas that live in Vegas?
I don't think a lot.
I
So
bet
like
she-
I was
yeah,
saying,
I would say
Adrian,
probably like 10% of the less than 10% of the
Totally.
audience are actually from Vegas.
I think you're right because like Adrian and Jamie were like, we're flying, we're doing it,
Yeah.
we're going to see new kids,
How
and I
much
was like,
money is spent?
I think I might be doing this too for fun, like a girls' weekend. I think you're right. I think 10% of the audience is not from Vegas. Kelly Clarkson, I love. I think
do
she's got a
too.
really good reason for doing it. I'm the type of person where I'm like, okay, I have a show, I don't feel well. Candice, people are here. If you're like literally like laryngitis,
Have you ever
I canceled.
canceled?
Gosh. I've canceled 3 weeks out because something
So that's
happened
what
with
I
a
was gonna
surgery
say.
that I was having at the time that I couldn't move and I needed that doctor and I was like, I have to cancel.
Yeah.
That broke my heart a little bit, but I felt like, okay, 3 weeks out. I'm not.
Day of is a wild.
Day of
I've
is
jumped
wild.
in for work.
Yeah.
Day of at MSG. Remember Madison Square
Yes,
Garden?
I
got
remember
the call,
that.
and I happened to be going to get Facebook Marketplace with my mother, like an hour and a half away from where my stuff was even to get ready. And I got
you
in
got-
the
you
building
find
at
some-
5:00, and I was out there at 6:30.
And you find some Facebook Market gems, by the way. So I understand your
you.
need for not to be like, oh man, I
It
gotta.
wasn't even for me. It was for my mother.
You're so good
And
at it.
thank goodness I had my work phone on me, and they're like, "We need you in the city right now to cover."
That's insane.
But I guess that's the thing with like sickness as a performer. It's like you don't know till you really know, and it could be, I guess, day of.
So maybe she was like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And then as it's leading up to the show, she's like, I feel sick. I cannot do this. Or, there's also that thing, the Vita's going on in London right now. Rachel
Yes,
called out.
she did.
She called out. Well, excuse me.
Her
She
voice is
performed
incredible.
the first 60 minutes of the show and then was like,
Oh.
I can't. And then the
I haven't read
understudy.
this.
Oh, it's so good. The understudy jumped in. Beautiful girl. I can't remember her name right now because I'm blanking. But she jumped in and did the balcony performance and all that. That's been going on
so
over in
ready?
London.
Let's keep going on this.
Yeah.
You know how they do that famously originally with Sunset Boulevard. It's the
Yes.
same director that did it,
Yes.
creative team. And he goes through the streets of New York to come back into theater, right?
Yes.
It's ridiculous. Everybody, did you
it.
see Sunset Boulevard?
I did not, and I'm very
Okay,
upset.
everybody screamed. I didn't know it was going off after Nicole got the Tony and was done.
I didn't either.
But I guess it makes sense because she was so much
The show.
What's her last name? Scherzinger.
Oh,
Nicole
that
Scherz-
was
I
good.
think that was it.
I was going to say
I usually go
Scherzlinger.
Schlinger.
Yeah. That was phenomenal. Go ahead.
So now the same team is doing it with Evita. So my question is,
Yeah.
another one. You're in the audience.
Yes.
Going to see Evita.
Yes.
What song are you looking forward to?
Yeah.
And where is it?
It's outside and you're watching it on a screen in the inside. Well, here's the
How
thing.
many times are we going to do the gimmick? You gotta that. I would say maybe give them a bit outside, and she comes right in because the audience is paying huge money. The City of London, they ain't paying, but it's good promotion.
I'm
The most famous song.
The most famous song. Don't cry for me.
Don't cry for me. I'm crying for the audience.
Yeah, I know.
You
I
paid
know.
how much money? My tickets. I mean, you just saw Death Becomes Her.
Yes, I
How
did.
much did you pay for tickets?
A lot.
Okay, what is a lot? Give me the.
Well, I think I'm cheap maybe because some people were like, that's not bad.
You were in the
it was
orchestra.
$150 a ticket.
I think it.
I thought that was a
I'm trying
lot.
to think of what I spent for.
But I get
think we were
it.
like $250 for orchestra for
See?
Sunset.
Oh, yeah.
Boulevard. I love that we're cutting everything down. Can't shorthand it. We gotta make sure everybody knows what we're talking about.
I'm sorry, no shorthands. But yes, I am on the fence because here's the thing. I obviously perform. I have a multimedia aspect to the show that I
love the
sometimes
multimedia. I
use.
think it's great.
Sometimes I don't use it. Like, so there are some shows I perform that I'm like, I'm changing out the stories and I'm not using the multimedia aspect where I have certain actors and people jump on, play characters. And then sometimes I do shows with them. It depends. But and then I'm like really stressed, in the marketing that they're not live. It's a screen. You're watching. It's a multimedia aspect.
Yeah.
But in this particular case.
You really feel like you have to say that?
Oh, yeah, because people
people
get
would
like,
be upset?
where's Mario Cantone? If you don't say it right, they think he's on stage with me.
Yeah.
Or where's Steve Sharippa? Or where there are these dudes? So I was always really conscious about that.
How many of your audience members are going, where are these dudes?
You know what? None. I'm very grateful. None of them are like, I bought this ticket to see them. No offense to them, but it's just
I'm
like,
just saying the word dudes. What is your average age of the people coming to the show?
Oh, me? I'm a 35 and over.
Yeah.
30 and over.
I mean, the only time I use dude is like, I think I've used it at Chad when I'm angry. Like, dude.
Yeah. Oh, no.
When do you use
I
dude?
use it to my son and my husband. I'm like, dude, don't do that. And I'm like,
see?
oh.
It is. Isn't that funny? We took like a very hip word and we're like, it's deliberate.
It's
dude,
so
come
true.
on.
But honestly, yeah. So my audience is the 30s and overs. And,
Yeah.
Sometimes I get obviously 20s and 17s and those things if they're coming with friends and stuff. But like in this particular case with Evita, I feel like you're paying a ton of money. Audience members these days are 30 and over. They're the ones who can spend $250 a ticket. They have the money to do that. And then you're all of a sudden sending her outside to
Nobody
sing on a
has the
balcony.
money to do it. It's too much money. Why does everything cost $100? Easy.
Do you know what Tom said
And
to me
that's why
yesterday?
we stayed in and slugged. No, it's
You
not slugged.
No, what is it? You rotted.
Rotted.
She said, I rotted this weekend.
It's one of those new terms that
But you deserve to rot
the
yesterday
Gen,
because
Gen
you had
whoever says.
Oh, really? But you had a wonderful, busy week of work, so you deserve to rot on a day.
I have to give myself that. Do you? Because I think we both
I need a second.
need to actively be knowing that we are accomplishing something.
Yes.
So then to allow myself to not do anything.
It's healthy.
It's very hard for me.
I have a hard time. Tom is good at being like, nothing's happening today. Yeah. And I'm like, well, you know what I should do? I should send this email. So he's like, no.
Exactly.
No.
I know.
I was like, I should call this date. He's
I
like,
think
no.
that's why Chad's happy when I'm. That's not nice. He's not happy when I'm not home. He loves, but he allows himself to relax, and he works traditional 9 to 5 for Kane Brewing, which I'm representing.
You were
Shout
totally
out.
representing Kane today. We love Kane Brewery. It's so good.
But
Yeah.
funny story about rotting in California.
Yeah.
I always felt guilty because the sun was always shining.
Yeah.
One day, after all the travel with both of us know what it takes to travel for work, and it's a lot, and you're exhausted.
Yeah.
And there's this one day I decided I'm gonna Netflix and chill, literally just by myself and Lola. And I'm sitting on the couch, and I'm about to do it just on the computer. This is like 10 years ago, so I don't even feel like I was streaming on like a smart TV at that time.
Probably
it wasn't
not.
even. It was like a dozen years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
So the only streaming I had was on my computer at that time. And I go to sit down and I'm sitting eating ice cream and Lola's sitting next to me and my computer snaps a picture
Of?
Lola and I sitting on the couch eating ice cream.
You're naked, aren't you? You're naked.
And it says, you have done illegal things on this computer.
No. On your own computer.
In order for you to unlock this, you need to pay us so much money. It was a virus.
Stop it.
But it took a picture and the picture popped up. How creepy is that?
That's terrifying.
Technology is powerful. Technology is scary. And be careful of being hacked. And my mom had 3,500 fraudulent charges.
Yeah.
Louis Vuitton in Las Vegas.
I've had a few friends go through that.
Mercury is retrograde. Watch out.
is in
Technology is
retrograde.
scary. Did I say that twice? Technology is scary.
Well, it is scary. Mercury is in retrograde. And because of that.
Like, how freaky is that? Can you imagine?
No, that's terrifying. But because I
It's a
feel
great
like.
picture, though, because I'm eating ice cream and Lola's like, what's happening? And
You
we're both
didn't-
like,
But were you naked?
I was just getting ready. No, I wasn't naked. I'm not a sit on the couch naked person, but I told you, I'm in my robe life. I love robes.
Yeah, I forget that. Yes, I do love robes too. I'm a big robe person
I
when I
have
get out
like
of the shower.
5 robes.
No, but robes are so healthy. But we were
They
saying
are?
Mercury's in retrograde. And because of that, I made a boo-boo this week.
Oh, not a boo-boo. You could tell that you have a child when you say boo-boo.
No, I've been saying that before the child. Everything I do is before child. Let's be honest. Nothing has changed except the fact that maybe my clothes are now sticky.
Everything's
Everything's so
sticky.
sticky. I was, I don't know if you do this, but when I have friend chats or even when you and I chat, I talk into my phone a lot.
Yeah.
Autocorrect could ruin my life. Voice diction can ruin my life. So sometimes I do a voice memo.
Yeah.
But I, in particular, in this moment, a friend of mine was selling a piano, right? I'm obsessed with pianos, as you know.
I've been dreaming. I can't wait to get a piano for my house.
Really?
At some point in my life. Yeah, I can't wait.
I'll be on the lookout. And I love
No,
uprights.
not in this one. This is the beach.
Okay. In the future
We will,
one.
future.
I'll be on the lookout. But I like
Thank you,
upright
lookout.
pianos. I have a grand piano in my library room,
gorgeous.
which sounds so snooty, but it's not. It's my mother's and my father's that they brought when I was like 2 years old. So I wanted to keep it in the family. So I was like, I also want a stand-up one. I love those old-fashioned ones. And I was like, oh, maybe I could put it somewhere.
That's funny.
Oh,
I
they're so
wanted
cute.
I wanted a stand-up. My dad wanted to get me one back in the day.
They're
And he's
amazing.
like, and use it as like a TV stand.
Yes.
Obviously, I want it because I want to plunk on the keyboard.
I'm a
On the-
punker.
yeah.
Tom's better than me. I mean,
It's definitely like bum, 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 bum.
Oh, that's pretty good. I'm pretty good. Yes. I'm also like, what's that note? Oh, Candice, no, you're way off. You know, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I was like, I really want this piano. I cried when I had to get rid of my apartment in Los Angeles because I had a piano there and I had to get rid of the
I
piano.
love how we both sobbed leaving California for different reasons.
Oh, I sobbed.
I sobbed too. And my mom's like, you don't have to leave. And I was like, I know it's right. I know this is the right
But we also
move.
know, like, in my brain, I'm going back at some point. I know that sounds crazy.
To live?
Probably half the year again, like at some
Can you
point.
say probably? You were literally became like Donald Duck
I'm wearing,
all of a sudden.
it's because I'm wearing lip gloss and my lips feel really big right now.
Got it. Understood. That's good lip gloss.
Oh my God, it's true. I should promote that. So I was like, I sobbed when I had to get rid of that piano. So I was like, okay, I know that I sort of know this person here. Not really. I said my friend, but he's a nice guy. And he was like, oh, I met him once or twice. I don't remember. It was through a friend. He had this piano. He's selling this piano. I was in a rush. And I was like, I was talking into the phone.
What word did you use instead of piano?
So the autocorrect, I didn't check it. I was feeding Maverick at the same
penis,
time.
was it? Was it penis?
No, it's even worse.
Autocorrect can't do penis.
No, it's even worse than that. It's not even penis. It was like, so the sentence I was trying to say was, I can come pick up the piano at whatever time, right? And autocorrect or the voice diction thing prompted it to say, I can pick up the Latinos. And it didn't say the time. And then he writes back, Latinos? And I go, no, I'm not. I'm half paying attention. So I was like, Latinos. And I was like, oh, I didn't know you're Latino. I'm Italian. The conversation then took a turn of him being like, are you Latino? I'm not Latino. Do you want to buy this piano from a Latino? Because I'm not Latino. And I was like, oh my God, I sound like a racist human that I only want to buy a piano from a Latino. I was like, no. I was like, the piano. He's like, please scroll up. And I realized I sent him saying, I will pick up the Latinos.
It's ridiculous. But I also am getting a kick out of us not Zooming anyone, but you watching yourself on Zoom.
I know, I hate it.
Let's
like it.
Let's take it away.
Take that picture away.
Bella Brown was the understudy in Evita. Look
Oh,
it.
Bella
We're paying
Brown.
attention.
Guys, we have a producer eventually that we're going to bring on.
She's more
She's so
knowledgeable,
amazing.
professional,
Shit.
organized.
Bella Brown, thank you. You were amazing. But wait a minute, guys. I'll pick up the Latinos. That was embarrassing as shit. And then
it's funny
didn't end up getting the
because-
piano because it wasn't a right fit. It couldn't fit. Whatever.
Where the hell are you going to put another piano?
No, exactly. Like Tom was like, Candice.
You can maybe put it right at the front door, get rid of your coffee table thing.
Yeah, yes. I don't know
No?
what I was thinking. But I just was like, you know why? It was an old red piano.
Yeah, but
and
the
I thought it was
funny part
amazing.
is that, and it's not funny, but because pianos are so hard to move, people just give them away for free, and you pay for the shipping, or not the shipping, the moving.
So when someone came to pick up our piano in California, I gave it to a theater because I was like, I
love
want them
that.
to have it,
Oh.
and they cried.
Should I give all my sequins to a theater? I could.
No, I don't think you can give those up just yet. Not
No,
yet.
I'm holding on.
Hold
to
on
the
to those
sequins.
sequins. But
my
yeah.
nieces were just over, and they love playing dress up at Aunt Sarah's.
I love that.
Yeah.
But wait, have you ever had an embarrassing auto text, FaceTime something? Because that was awful. That was one of my
Mine
awfuls.
is so cringy and uncomfortable, and I didn't know how to come back from it. One time I was in, I felt so bad. I don't even know why. I think it's, if you look on the side of your text messages, you can actually snap a picture and it sends immediately. I did it. I was in bed after,
can.
like hungover in New York
You were naked again.
with my, but this is bad. And the blanket was up and everything, but I passed out or whatever. I just didn't look great, but I snapped a picture and sent it to my dad. And I didn't know how to come back. He's like, oh, well, must have been a good night. I was like, I didn't mean to send that.
Oh,
but it was just like my shoulders in bed. Like, and then recently I was trying to FaceTime Chad after we were on the road. This is what about being on the road. You become so delirious. You don't even know what you're doing at times.
Yes.
When you're in different hotels. That one made me so uncomfortable and I did not know how to come back from it.
Oh,
my dad probably was like, who is she sending this to? I did not look good, but I was just like,
it's your dad.
too heavy on my dad to have to like deal with my mistake.
I agree.
And then this weekend, and I was trying to FaceTime Chad as I was getting ready for bed and changing. And I'm like looking at the phone and it doesn't say Chad. It says my brother. And I was FaceTiming my brother as I was like, I thank God he didn't answer. It was 10:30. I was like, accident. I was like, can you imagine?
No, that's pretty bad.
That is two awful cringe stories. I'm uncomfortable thinking about it, talking about it.
Oh my God.
But
I do think that technology is wonderful, but FaceTime, autocorrect, what is it? Auto diction, whatever that voice diction, it could ruin your life because
that was mine was very disturbing.
That's
like I still am uncomfortable.
Yours is disturbing. Mine is like
to,
obviously racist because it's like I'm picking up Latinos.
And then I have like I'm freaking out that like, oh, did his answer and mine didn't answer and he answered and he saw visual and I was like, no, I hope God, no. You're lucky you have a sister. I think you guys can, you're just free.
Yeah, no, our like texts to one another are either voice memos or it's my sister talking into the phone and I'm deciphering what she's actually saying.
But other than that, I don't think I have had. Really? Those were pretty bad though.
Those are immediate, like your immediate family. Mine is like a lot of work ones where I'm like, funny. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
have you ever, I don't think I've done anything. I've never done anything bad with work. I get nervous, right? I feel like I had an email that I was like feeling sassy and I wrote it out to like my manager. And then I was like, oh, I don't know if I really needed to send it. And it was still in drafts. I was like, thank God.
Okay, so I did this thing, like you said. I was on the road. This was bad. I'm just going to, whatever.
Peel it off like a Band-Aid.
Here we go.
Peel it off like a Band-Aid.
I was on the road and I was booked through a big company to do 4 shows back to back. Doesn't sound like a lot, but when it's a one-person show, vocally singing, a 2 and an 8, a 2 and an 8.
I don't know what you're saying, 2 and an 8.
I'm sorry, a 2 p.m. and an 8. I know, I'm sorry. A 2 p.m. and an 8 p.m. Then again,
shows.
A 2
That's
p.m. and
too
an 8 p.m.
much.
That is a lot on one person. The reason it's a lot on one person is just because you're traveling. It's exhausting. But I got there Saturday morning. I did the shows and then whatever. And the technical director was immediately like, hey, put me on your phone via text. If you need anything, super sweet. If you need anything, you just let me know. And he like ran the entire show. I'm like, I love this. He was like, you need water, you need tea, whatever. I'm here for you. I'm like, awesome. The lighting director was like, put me in your phone. It was a big theater. So he's like, I don't want you to be like, I can't find you. Text me if you need anything. But he was actually a real dick. He wasn't nice to me. He wasn't nice to Tom. Yeah. Sometimes they see us and they think, sounds funny, oh, another comedian. And I get like this sort of like, you're not theater. You just need a spotlight.
Oh, interesting.
And I'm like, no, buddy, I know what I'm doing. Yeah. Put some gels. Do you have, fade outs and fade ins? Can you work the board? Can we pre-light stuff? And he's like, oh, so she actually knows. But the first reaction is always to Tom and I, like, you guys don't know theater. You're just stand-up comedians, which, by the way, is offensive on all levels. Yeah. But I get that. So I was like, this guy's kind of not nice. Yes,
people get snooty.
They do.
Just in general, right, when it comes to performing arts.
Yes.
You're like, oh, you just, like, we talked about how you hated cats or however people feel about Andrew Lloyd Webber. There's people that are like, they don't want to talk about, like, he's still successful, still making.
Oh, and still super talented.
I'm a big Webber fan. But
I am just not.
But I'm saying there's this snootiness, right, of like theater people and film people do the same thing. Art people.
I think it's art people. But you know what? I've learned, and I'm sure you've learned, traveling around the country, performing and working with people. I don't judge a book by its cover because you don't realize what that person knows and what that person has as experience levels, right?
Yes, let's just be kind.
Be freaking kind.
Yeah.
So usually, and then
we're working together. Let's
you
be
see
professionals.
Tom, you see me, you see a married couple, or you think we're married, or you don't know. Tom and I are straight up, right up. like right off the bat when we get to a theater,
Straight
we
up,
joke.
right up.
We are. We're like, listen, we're married, so if we yell at each other, let's all, and they laugh, and we like set the pace of like, this is how the show's going to go. But we usually get every now and then a lighting director or a stage manager of a particular theater or two, and they're like, we call lights up, lights down, and Tom's like, yeah, I got it. I'm going to call the show. We have 347 cues, and they're like, oh, so it's like we're a real thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, this lighting director was not kind.
I want to sit backstage with Tom one night.
You can.
Yeah.
He curses me out a lot because, he's like, Candice, find your light. But I know my light. But, it's married couple things. And this lighting director was not kind.
You didn't have an earpiece. He's not talking to you.
Oh, no. But, during
He's-
tech.
I
know
would
my husband's thoughts.
No, but that's very funny if you had a moment in the show where Tom yells something out at you and you're like, okay, yeah, shout out to the guy. That's my husband. Let's keep going.
Yes, he would be like, little sharp, Candice, little sharp.
That's
because his
very
ears
funny.
So ridiculous. But this lighting director wasn't kind. And long story short is I was texting with the guy who was running the theater, being like, do you need water? Do you need anything? And I'm like, no, I'm great. And then I also had Tom on a text underneath. And I'm on stage during the tech. So tech, for those of you that don't know, it just means like we're in the middle of lighting the show.
It's one of the most fun times.
Yeah. So,
where you just stand in the light. Oh, do
Yeah.
you need me a light? Do you want me to do a little part of this show for
totally
you
is.
so you can? You feel so special.
And you do. And unfortunately.
Versus on film sets, they have stand-ins that will stand in your place for them to light it. Theater people say, I'll be there all day for tech.
You know what's
so
funny?
I can stand in my light.
For the first time when I shot my comedy special this year, the director, Sam, said to me, he was so kind. He's like, do you want to stand in? And I was like, what? I was like, I'm going to stand in. He's like, you're got to perform.
Stand-in. I was pink stand-in for a
you.
commercial for NFL when she did the voice. She did the song for it.
Oh, I love it. Stand-ins are... guys, it's not easy to stand there.
They ask for your height.
Yeah, everything.
I
gotta
love
be
that
like
I'm
a
really
clone.
making your story long.
No.
You have to be like their height, their weight. So I was pink stand-in for a
That's
commercial.
amazing.
That's pretty fun.
So my whole text thing is this. I was just getting confused, standing in the light, as Sarah just said, and I was going up and back with the texting and being like, oh, I'm fine. And then Tom and I text a lot throughout this. And I'm like, are they cool up there? He's like, no, they're dicks. Or he's like, oh, they're amazing. Like, Tom's really great at being like, no, you got a cool crew today.
Oh, God. What did you
texted,
text somebody?
So the lighting person, I don't remember, I'm not going to say, but the lighting person was just like shouting out at me. Instead of calling it on comms, this person was like, get over to the left. I'm like, that's not how you communicate with people. Like, you don't do that. I'm going to light on the left. I'm like, what? That's not even a term.
So this is very funny because it makes me think about how I would react. And there was a very funny line yesterday in the show that we watched, Four Seasons with Tina Fey. And the husband says, your face is really loud right now. And that's because I could see me and you.
Yes.
Like I am professional.
Yes.
I love working and collaborating.
Yes.
It fires me up.
Me too.
I get really hyped.
Me too.
But I can imagine like just this guy screaming.
He was screaming at me.
Not
And
even
by
a
the way,
director, the lighting.
By the way, the only person who I allow to yell at me, believe it or not, is my husband because
Yes,
I yell
Tom,
back.
yeah.
And we have a relationship of a million years.
Did he hear Tom yell?
No, it wasn't Tom yelling. It was him.
I
yelling.
know, but did he hear Tom yelling? I thought he was like, "Oh, this is how she likes it." So maybe he was like,
no. So over comms, now I have the comm in my ear too. I hear Tom.
What do you mean by calm?
Oh, sorry. Comms is like the earpiece that they give you so I can hear the booth and stuff like that.
Yeah, so
just
you do
for the
wear it-
purpose of tech.
Yes,
not
yes,
live
yes,
show.
yes.
We're just
Which I would love to
empty
talk
theater.
to because with live TV we have to.
It's in your ear, right?
I'll tell you.
So
some
I hear in
stories.
my ear Tom say kindly to the person next to him, who must be like another stage manager, whatever, another crew. Tom's like, hey, you don't need to yell at her. She's a professional. Like, she gets it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need, like, he's trying to be like, my wife is about to blow up.
Maybe did your face? Do you think you were like?
I'm so kind. I smile really big. And then I'm like,
you get really teethy.
I get really teethy. I smile really big. And I made a comment. And my comment was, hey, buddy, I hear you loud and clear. Like, I was like, oh, I'm about to like. But it was like 5 times. It wasn't once. Wasn't twice. It was
I
like 5
would
times.
love to have been there for that.
I'm smiling as much as I can because I'm like, we have sold out shows. I got to be real cool about this.
And the thing that's really fun, right, is like knowing that you and Tom know all of your Iggies. Like you know exactly when he can see when you're going. And he's trying to balance it. Like that's what's beautiful about relationships where you're like, you don't get away with anything.
No, he'll be like,
can't.
Can, why don't we take a 5 and you get a water break? I'm like, good idea, Tom, because I need to like walk out of the stage. So long story short is I sent a text to I thought was him, thought was Tom. I sent it to the actual
Yeah.
dickhead.
That's what I
And
assumed.
I said, what a fuck. Like, I was cursing on the text to Tom, being like, who does he think he's screaming at me? And then I realized who I sent it to. And then I was like, how do I get back? How do I get back?
You can't.
How do I get back? And then he texts me back.
Texas
He's like,
is-
was this meant for me? Question mark. And then I jokingly wrote back. I said, yep, you've been yelling at me for 5 hours, like literally 5 hours. It felt like he was yelling. It was a good 2 hours of just yelling after I told him several times, you don't have to yell. You don't yell at people. And then we kindly had
What
a nice
city is
relationship
this?
after
Where
that.
are we?
If I say you might know the theater, but it was not
No,
in New
just-
York. Let's put it that. It wasn't in
New
the New York
Jersey?
State. No. It wasn't in the tri-state area.
I just want to, okay, because
Yeah.
I want to know if it was like a tough Northeasterner that was just.
No.
Or do you think, so
I just think they didn't, that's just how
Who
they
did I
communicate with
say
people.
This? Oh, Gracie, my niece, said they're getting ready to meet know their teachers. And I think she was trying not to get the one because they say she's very loud and she yells a lot, is what they said.
Yells a lot.
And they said they can hear her in the hallway. And I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt. I said, maybe she might have some hearing problems.
Yeah.
And then Janice goes, oh, she's young. And I said, yeah, but people have hearing impaired, like have
Sure,
issues.
sure.
And then my mother goes, maybe she's just impatient. I try to give the benefit
Me
of the
too.
doubt.
I'm like you. I do the same thing.
When people drive
I
like
know.
maniacs, I'm always like, maybe they really have to go to the bathroom.
Do you know what? When people drive like maniacs, people get mad and I wave. I go, hi. Like when they cut me off, I go, hi. It makes them so mad.
Chad does the drive-by when he passes the person that's been sitting in the left lane and does the slow stare.
That's what Tom does.
I go, do we have to?
What
You
is
don't do that anymore.
No, I don't know.
You,
People might be crazy. I don't know what they're going to do.
machetes, guns.
Oh my God, I said the same thing to Tom. I said he's going to cut us off and he's going to have a rifle. Tom's like, where do you think we live? I was like, I don't know. You don't know?
So
You
I
don't
lived
know.
in Florida for how long? And
Yes.
my mom found out from someone that said if somebody's wearing a fanny pack, they're packing. And I was like, I love fanny packs and I never am. But then like in 95 going to Miami, you would read about like people would get like stabbed after an accident and you're just like, wait, what? After a fight, what do you
Yeah.
call it? What is it called? Road rage. That someone would get stabbed. And I was like, how do we get out of our cars and to get so close that someone's stabbed?
No.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, that's my embarrassing. It wasn't embarrassing. I had every right to say that person was not nice. But again, I got the text messages
And then-
confused
yeah.
because, like you said,
No, that was
traveling on
good.
the road, I was exhausted. I was standing in the light. I was just like going quickly.
I sent a director an email that I got offered a job, and I meant to send it to my manager. Like, I'm not interested. This doesn't look like it's that. Like I said, I think I said something sort of sassy, and the director wrote back, "I'm apologizing. This isn't your cup of tea," type of thing. And I
Okay,
was like,
so I
"Oof."
once did this. I'm so sorry for anyone who's ever done this. They were getting married. It was a close friend. And she sent a wedding invitation via email, which at first I was like, okay, that's weird to me. You're sending me, because she was like, it is
Yeah.
a big fancy thing. I'm like, you're
Oh.
sending me an email? Then I thought it was a save the date email. I'm like, oh, that's
Yeah,
genius.
yeah.
Love it. Love it. She sent
I
this
love the
big
magnets. I like to say the
Love-
day
oh
magnets.
my God, that's what I did.
But I also
love
love
the
magnets.
magnets.
Yeah.
But like, so she sent this email, and I was like, that's weird. And then on the bottom of the email, we're not that close anymore, so I can say it, but I won't say her name. She writes on the bottom of the email, no, wait for it, no boxed gifts, only envelopes.
So you're just asking
wanted.
for cash.
So you're just asking us to give you money, which is, by the way, I was going to give you money anyway, but I just thought it was weird that she wrote that in bold letters on the bottom of the email.
Can we just
no
say
gifts
that
allowed
you can't
of boxed.
tell people how to give you a present?
And I went, well, that's so Candice forwards the email to who I think is like my mom and Tom and like a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And I end up just forwarding it back.
Yeah, and what did you write?
I wrote, what a moron or something. And then she ends up calling me being like, Candice. And I was like, I'm so sorry, but like, you wrote that. I was like, shit, Candice, get your
How
act
do you
together.
get- but how do you
I didn't
get out of it?
I didn't get out. I had to totally
No.
fess up.
Well,
and I
that's
was
the
like,
thing,
I'm
right?
sorry, but I was going to give you
hard
cash
to
anyway.
wear it. It's hard to wear like, oh,
Yeah, it was
I
hard.
did this. I did this wrong.
I
I
did.
was bad. But you have sometimes we just
But let's call it what it is. You should not write that on a thing.
no. That was you can't ask people how to gift you anything.
And I actually said to her, I said, you know I was going to give you cash. I'm Italian. No one walks in with anything but cash. That's just a thing. Like, it's a
Right.
joke, a running joke in the Italian world. But she was just like, well, no, I don't want any boxed gifts. Don't be giving me your candles. I was like, but if someone gives me a candle, gives you a candle, you say
Say
fucking
thank you.
You say thank you. So then I had to, rethink my friend choice at that moment. But I was just like, Candice, look what you did. You got yourself in an issue.
My mother, this is pretty back in the day when I was a kid, one of my good friends was over, and I'm talking about maybe junior high or something. And the one mother refused to pick her daughter up and told the daughter to walk, and it was pretty much across town.
Oh.
And I guess when she called from our house line, she didn't hang up properly. And so my mother and my other friend that was over sat there for 15 minutes bashing this woman about not caring about her daughter and all this stuff. And that went to voicemail. And the lady ended up calling my mom. And that's being like, don't say that. But also, she, we were young and
it happens.
She was like, she was probably just like, she's a selfish, worried about herself. That was a fail. So do you believe in Mercury retrograde?
I do. I do believe in Mercury retrograde. I have another fail that's pretty embarrassing.
Go for it.
And it was also for my worst survival job ever, which we've all had the worst survival jobs. I'm sure you've had them. Come on. I've had so many bad survival jobs.
So this is what I was going to say when you talked to me earlier about what maybe some things that we talk about. I'm trying to think of anything bad. All of them had stories.
All right, here we go.
And worth something in my life.
Okay, here's my
bad one. But I got a kick out of whether it was shoe modeling, whether I was
That's not a bad job. I don't know. I'm not a shoe model, but that sounds very nice. I was a nanny for a very
wealthy family.
People
dream of having that job.
No.
And then getting the husband who's a hunk. Because that's how every
that didn't happen for me.
Isn't that every HBO Max right now?
They lived on Central Park West. And here's long story short, they were going to a big family gathering in the Bahamas, 40 people.
And were you invited?
So she said,
this is the dream of everybody.
She was like, Candice, I need you to come and watch my 3 kids.
Oh my God.
The problem was the 3 children were under 7. So it was a 7-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 6-month-old.
How old are you?
I was 27 at the time.
Okay, that's a good age.
So it was a good age.
It's not like you
head
were
on the
a
head.
kid,
I would not. No, good age.
What did you say?
I was 27.
Yeah, but what did you say after that? Head on the head?
Head on my shoulders. Good
Yeah,
head.
but you said
Did I say head on head?
I don't know what you said, but it was
Christ.
the saying was so close,
Head
but not
on
it.
my shoulders.
Yeah.
Good head on my shoulders. I was good.
Yeah.
27. So I didn't want to go. And Tom's like, she's paying you. It's a weekend.
Yeah.
Go. I'm like, you know what? You're right. But I knew it was going to be exhausting because she's exhausting and the husband was exhausting as people. They were really, really busy. High-powered lawyer and she was a high-powered doctor. I actually very much respected them. But
they stressed you out.
But it was always chaotic. Anytime I had to be with them.
How did you like the kids?
The kids were chaotic. They were always left with someone else. And it was just there was no rules. It was just very chaotic.
I think a number one thing, and we've talked about in parenting, to have good kids is to be present.
There was not a lot of presence there with mom and dad. So the kids felt that, and I felt bad. That being said, I get to the house, and we have the cars coming for the airport in 30 minutes. I get to the house, and there's open suitcases with thousands and thousands of pieces of clothes all over the floor. She's like, I have to pack the children. I'm like, the car's coming in 30 minutes. I feel like that's something you should have did yesterday. Pack the children?
Did they have a cleaner too?
Oh, yeah. No, they had everything.
All the
things.
Gosh.
So I help pack whatever I can. She's throwing things in suitcases. The car was like a giant, a Sprinter for just the 6 of us, or the 5 of us, because it was because it was so many bags of suitcases and things, and it was just for two nights or 3 nights in the Bahamas. It wasn't intense, but that was intense. We get to the airport and we get to the front and we go up to security, and I open up my passport. She opens up hers, and I have the infant in my arms.
Yeah.
And she's pushing me, the mother. She's like, go through security. I'm like, they're not letting me. I'm like, I need the baby's passport. I didn't want to say the baby's name. I need the baby's passport. She's like, children don't need passports. I was like, I believe they do. And she was like, no, they don't. None of my kids have passports. I'm like, we're not getting through security without a passport. And so the officer comes over.
Isn't it amazing that people could be powerful and rich and just don't know?
They didn't
basic
know. She had no idea. So the crew came over, TSA, and they were like, "You need we need 3 passports for all 3 children. We can't let them through with the nanny." I was called the nanny the whole weekend. It was fine. It was the job I accepted.
Yeah.
I'm being paid to do this, so I did the best job I could. And she's like, I don't have passports. So then she goes to the TSA person. She goes, here's $500. Let us through. I was like,
no.
Oh, hands down. And the TSA person was so kind. Was like, no.
First of
all,
all,
not
that's
illegal.
very
First of all,
illegal.
illegal. He said, ma'am, I know you're stressed. Take your money back. You have to go apply for a passport for the children. She's like, how long does that take? He's like, 6 weeks. Like, it was a dumb question to me. I'm like, do you think this takes 47 minutes that we can just sit here and wait for the passport, like, to print out? It was a weird reaction.
Why do government things take so long?
My
though?
phone was going off because Tom was like, did you board? Because now it's time.
Wait, I would love if you just, at the end of this story, you just went on your own and said, all right, I quit and I'm taking my
I
ticket.
should have. So my bad.
That's all, folks.
I need to get better at this. Here we go. Candice in a very stressful. Now, by the way, it's like 5-6 hours later of like doing all this. I was exhausted. In my very stressful moments, I snapped a picture of myself at the airport, sending it to Tom with the little caption of being like, going back home, bitch forgot the passports for the kids.
Did you put bitch?
Yeah, of course I did. And I
And you
sent
sent
it to her.
Bitch forgot the passport. Bitch didn't know how it works.
You know what? And I'm not a woman hater. I love women, but she was so mean to everyone that day. And she was even mean to me. She was shoving me, like pushing my arm. And I was like, lady, I know you're stressed, but you can't shove people and try to push me through security with your infant on me.
Isn't it wild people can be that
She was
smart
so stressed.
and capable but then the basic things to get survive in
things.
life.
And this was a good 10 years ago at least.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
I wonder how those kids are doing.
I don't know. I mean, so when I sent that to her, I apologized. I said, I'm sorry. I was she goes, no, I was a bitch. And I was like, you know what? Good for both of us for owning up. But then she was like, can you be here next week? I'm going to go back. And I said, no.
No.
I was like, lady, I'm so
You're
sorry.
done.
I'm done. I'm done being a nanny for this sort of environment. And I was done.
Right.
But it was a survival job. It paid really well. It was a beautiful thing for the time it was, but I need to get better. And so in high stressful situations, what do you think Tom does? He takes my phone.
That's funny.
He's like, do not start to, because I get manic or I think I'm doing it.
Well, you now can delete things. I've been funny and so neurotic recently that I think I say something funny and I was like, and then I see people didn't read it or respond and I'm like, maybe it wasn't funny. And so then I take it back. I like delete it and I was like, it wasn't funny enough. It wasn't a good message.
You can edit now, which saves my life a little bit just because of grammar in general. I'm like, oh, I just look like a moron on this.
Grammar.
And just in general.
I'm really nitpicking how you're talking today.
okay.
I apologize.
It's okay.
I'm literally enjoying it. I realize when I do that, I get a kick out of it.
No,
That's
but
why-
isn't I've always
not
assumed
judging.
this.
I'm like,
Isn't
we're having-
sarcasm in your way? I always think it's my way. It's like it's my love language to you or to someone.
Yeah.
If I'm like teasing you, I kind of love you. That's why I'm doing it. I love you. So when someone does it to me, I don't take it offense
good.
unless I'm like, you're being a dick.
Have you done where you talk British back to someone that's British and then you realize like, oh shit, like, oh, cheerio. And you're like, oh, I think I'm so funny. And you're like, stop.
I
I'll do
know,
it to
I
you.
know.
But like are very similar in our personalities and our language.
Yes.
I think you might lean with more of your Italian
No,
Northeast
it's
than
bad. No, it's
we were in
bad.
Staten Island this weekend.
Oh, how
you want to talk about positive?
Did you take a shower after? I'm just joking. You got to clean that shit off. You're like, oh, I got to clean that island off me.
Really?
Was it rough or did you have a good time?
Is it one of the 5 boroughs?
It's supposed to be, but the problem is the 5 boroughs don't acknowledge Staten Island. Like,
course.
no, there's that whole joke about like, oh, when you go on the map, there's no Staten Island. You know that joke?
Well, I don't know if it's a joke or
It's a
but
thing.
that's what
There's
I
no-
was thinking.
Yeah. No, it is one of the 5 boroughs. It is. And I love Staten Island. But anytime someone goes there, they always make a joke with me of being like, oh, I just came back
Well,
from
that's
Staten
Jersey
Island.
too, right? And then like,
know.
yeah, people are, because you drive through the turnpike and you see all these factories or, whatever you're saying.
but
It's not pretty. And then you're like, well, it is green, but stay out. We don't want you.
Yeah, no. Staten Island, by the way, is like the best food. So don't even joke around.
So we drove through Staten Island.
There it
to
is.
get to Brooklyn to go see a show.
Oh, amazing.
And went to an amazing theater called the Paramount. Very old, historic. I'm talking about my positive. It's like,
Wait, is this your happiness? Let's do
yeah,
it. Go.
I'm doing my happiness. I think, but we ate delicious food. We like went for our reservation for sushi at Takai which was very delicious in Brooklyn.
Sounds delicious.
I don't know the areas. I'm not as hip with Brooklyn. It's near Barclays Center.
I know. I'm like, Dumbo.
We've done a lot.
I'm not good. I'm not good.
Yeah, Williamsburg.
Yes, I know like 3 places.
Greenpoint.
The L took me there and I got off. Yeah, I'm not
but
good.
the funny part is like they're a lot more hip than how we're putting it. We're
I know,
talking
they're
like
so hip.
silly.
When I'm doing that voice, I'm actually imitating myself, sounding like a moron.
These long jorts. Chad said, all the women were wearing it. Anyway, so we went, but our reservation at Takai, that was a delicious sushi place. And I want to shout out because I didn't take pictures. And we were with the owner and the sushi chef. That was so great. And, but before we went for sushi, the reservation was until 6. So we were there at like 5 something. And we got a pasta appetizer at an Italian place across the street.
Love it.
We stopped and we're like, yeah, we'll just split this pasta.
Delicious.
Because the guy was making the fresh pasta in front of us.
Amazing.
And Chad's now, he really wants to make fresh pasta. Do you ever make it?
I've done it a ton of times.
Yeah.
I don't make it a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's time consuming, but it's delicious when you make it yourself.
Really, and are you someone that stands firm on the al dente where you have a little bite or...
No, but Tom is. So
Yeah.
sometimes I don't care either way, but
Yeah.
I just
Really?
love pasta. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I
do
don't care.
too.
I'm just like, just give it to me.
It's very satisfying.
I am so happy with pasta, but any kind of pasta, which is insane. But Tom in particular, he liked it al dente. Even like ziti and bow tie and all those certain.
Yeah,
I'm calling them all pasta.
Yeah, but bow tie is not the actual technical term. It's like
No, it's
fusilli
like,
or like
fusilli's a curly. I don't know what the term is.
agliotti.
I have to find out the
Aglio.
term.
I don't know.
I don't know the term.
Chad, we just ate zucchini from our farm.
That is also happiness
That
right
we
there.
put our produce, our farm. I don't know why I didn't know how to call
have
it.
a farm.
It's not that we have a farm. Our garden.
Your garden.
And Chad doesn't call it zucchini. He became a Jerseyite, and
does he say?
a zucchini.
A zucchini. Yeah. My aunt the other day was like, "You have to come take these zucchines." I'm like, "Why?"
She did say
She said
zucchini.
I got a lot
I
of
thought
zucchini.
Chad came up with it like mozzarella, calamari, how everything should be mozzarella, calamari, and we just cut it all off.
I say mozzarella, but you can say whatever you want.
Oh my God. My dad wanted me to go get, he goes, Sarah, when I came home from California, he goes, can you go to the Italian market and go get some salsa mutz?
Mutz,
And
yeah.
I was like, what? I cannot go and say, because I am not traditionally aggressively Italian Jersey. There's only a few words.
It's really tough
and
to
so
do that.
I get to the Italian market, I'm just like, can I have some salted mozzarella? And he goes, you want some salsa mutz? And I was like, I should have just said it.
It's so hard to say. It's kind of embarrassing.
I guess I had a lot of different, but
had a lot of
our pasta,
happiness.
our full main plate pasta was our appetizer to
love
then
it.
doing omakase, which is every bite. We did 10 bites of
Yeah.
different sushi. So my happiness maybe would be the scallop sushi with uni on top.
Oh,
but we had a
sounds
great day.
delicious.
We kept calling it. It's our day date. We're on a day date.
Oh, I love it. I love that. Okay, so my happiness, I took my mom, my aunt, and my cousins, my sister. We all had a girls' day. We all decided to get together, spend one day, just the girls, and we did brunch at my house in the morning. Then
I
we
was
took
wondering
a
where
car.
the brunch was. Nice croissants.
We did like, oh my God, they brought so many nice things. And it was like also a mini, celebration of my mom turning 70, but she didn't want to do that.
When was her birthday?
It was in April. But we like... She was like, I just want to do a girls' day with everyone. So we didn't really celebrate it because she didn't want to celebrate it, but we wanted to do a girls' day. And then so we did a whole city thing and we saw Death Becomes Her, which was so much fun.
Yeah.
We laughed our little butts off about aging.
Were you a big fan of the movie?
Oh, I'm obsessed with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
movie.
That was like, I think one of Bruce Willis's best parts.
I do have to say, the Bruce Willis part played by Christopher Siebert was so good that the whole time my mom and my sister and my aunt kept turning around because we sat like 3 and 4 people like back to back. My mom would turn around and be like, this role is great for Tom. I'm like, he's good, Mom. Then all of a sudden my sister would turn around. She's like, Tom needs to play this role. I'm like, that's nice. He's good, guys. Like they just want him to play this role.
I love that. Like I have my friend
So
Nick
cute.
Wisnatsky, who literally we call him the Wisnatsky Farms, literally a
Love
farm
it.
of strawberries, 3
Love it.
generations. I'm like, you need to play King George in Hamilton. And like I still think, and he's one of the most talented guys. I grew up doing theater with him. I grew up in my 20s. I went to college with him.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
That's a
Anyway,
huge
but I
thing
still think of
the
that.
whole
And he's
time.
like, I'm good. I'm working with
I know. Tom's like, I'm good, guys.
Yeah, he's the Strawberry Prince.
Like begging him, like, please. But Megan Hilty was in it, and she was phenomenal. I mean, they were all so talented. I don't know how they do that show 8 shows a week or 2 in one day.
But can I ask your opinion? Like, what do you feel about really successful movies becoming musicals? I guess in the history of things, like Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, like what came first, like the movies or the musicals? I guess it's very like... It's a common trade, but I get a little bit upset about it. I'm like, don't touch it.
Yeah, I'm a
Addams
big Don't
Family,
Touch It fan.
I didn't see it, but...
I didn't need to see it.
The Producers, but Producers was so successful.
I agree. I think it's hit or miss. I do think this show in particular, the book of this show, like the actual script for those people when I say the book. Sorry, I don't mean like the... like.
No, I was like, was it a book first?
No. The script for this particular musical was written by a TV writer whose name I can't remember right now. We've lost our producer. She had to jump off. So she's not going to give me a name. But the book is amazing. So you're literally laughing every 10 seconds. There's a joke, there's a joke, there's a joke, there's a joke.
Do you feel...
And that
were
is
you
so
exhausted
good.
afterwards?
No, you're
having a blast.
actually like, give me more, give me more. So in that aspect...
Give me more. Do they end up doing the spray painting themselves at the end?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they do, because that was always... And they fall
God.
down the front stairs
The
at the end of the...
staircase fall, I will not...
Okay, don't.
Give away.
Oh, so I should go see it.
It's
all right.
fun. It is.
Did you see Betty Boop's already off?
I saw it's off. I'm very sad.
Wild. It's very hard for these shows
to stay
anyway,
on.
but we can't start about
I know. We got.
Chorus Line 50th anniversary.
Yes.
Candice and I, did we meet doing it?
I don't know why we didn't talk about that at the top of this.
Yeah, at the ballet. Anyway, congratulations, Chorus Line.
No, I
didn't think so either.
No, we
but we
knew
did
each
it.
other.
I don't know. Chorus Line was something that I've done like 2-3 times, but man, would I have dreamed of doing it on Broadway.
I did it 2-3 times too. I don't know if I could have did 8 shows a week on Broadway, but maybe then.
Man.
Maybe then.
Anyway,
but I played so many different roles on that.
Another
that
time,
line.
another life.
Don't stop, my love.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll see you next week.
Yeah, I'll see you next week. So much more to chat about, but let's not get into that. We gotta go.
We gotta go.
Have a great one.
You too.
It's getting hot in here.
Thanks for joining us today.
You can follow us on Instagram at Don't Start Podcast.
Or subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
And we'll see you next time, friends.
Don't Start is produced by Anthony Street Productions.